When the name Sam Heughan is mentioned, people immediately think of the strong hero Jamie Fraser in Outlander. Resilient, courageous and always protecting the people he loves. But real life is not a long-running TV series, and sometimes, heroes face the biggest challenge of all, their own health. In late July 2025, news shook the fan community. Sam Heughan was hospitalized in a serious state of exhaustion after months of non-stop work. This news came as a shock to fans around the world, especially when just a few weeks ago, he was still radiantly attending SDCC 2025, smiling and taking pictures with fans as if nothing had happened. Sam was admitted to a private hospital in the suburbs of London, in a state of physical and mental exhaustion. According to his representative, the 45-year-old actor has been working almost non-stop for the past 10 months, between filming Outlander, new film projects, and managing his personal whiskey brand. For the first 4 days, he was kept in isolation to avoid any media contact. But on the 5th day, a candid photo from the hospital hallway went viral on social media. Sam lying still in a hospital bed, still attached to an IV, his face noticeably thinner. Just hours later, a post from Sam's own Instagram account made fans' hearts sink. He shared a handwritten letter, captured by his team and posted with the caption, "I want to say something." The letter reads, "I never thought I would write this, but sometimes the body forces you to stop and listen to yourself. Over the years, I have lived on a roller coaster of passion and expectation, from you, from myself, from the industry. I love my job, I love acting, I love Jamie Fraser, and I never want to let anyone down. But I forgot the most important thing, that I need to take care of myself too. My body has spoken, and for the first time in years, I can no longer ignore it. As I lie alone in this room, amidst the sound of the IV and my own breathing, I have time to reflect. Have I lived enough? Have I loved enough? I used to think that if I just tried a little harder, everything would be fine. But it turns out, it wasn't. I am learning to say no, learning to rest without guilt. And most of all, I am learning to be grateful, because you are still here, supporting me, loving me, waiting for me." Soon after that post, a series of artists, colleagues and friends of Sam spoke up to support him. Katrina Balfe, his close co-star in Outlander, wrote on Twitter, "I told him many times, Sam, take a break. But now, when I see that letter, I know he is really listening. I am proud of him, and I am praying for him every day." Not only Katrina, Jamie Dornan, Sam's longtime close friend, also expressed, "Sam is the strongest person I know, but also the most vulnerable when he always puts everyone before himself. Let's protect him for once, Sam." The hashtag pray for Sam Heughan quickly reached the top trending worldwide after only 12 hours. Fans everywhere shared memorable moments of Sam, from his iconic Outlander scene, his charity work, to his inspirational interviews. By day 10, Sam's doctor had shared a positive message. His condition is stable, although he still needs time to recover mentally. "We have advised him to suspend all activities for at least 2 months. A separate source revealed that Sam has turned down all offers to appear at events for the rest of the summer, including the premiere of his new film. He is also planning a break in the Scottish countryside, away from the media frenzy." At the end of the post, Sam left a message. "I promise to come back, but this time, not as an exhausted Sam, but as a more balanced, listening, and self-loving Sam. And I hope you learn that from me too. Because we are not superheroes." Sam lay there, the cold white light from the ceiling falling on his face, which now bore a distinct tiredness. In the quiet of the evening, the steady beep of the heart monitor reminded him that time was still ticking away, every second, every minute. "I used to think I was invincible," Sam chuckled, his voice still warm but quieter than usual. "Training for hours, filming in the bitter cold of Scotland, flying to dozens of countries in just 1 month. I thought my body could handle it all. But no matter how strong a body is, it has its limits. And that limit he had just reached. A sharp pain in his lower abdomen that he thought was just a muscle strain after a stressful filming session had persisted, becoming severe enough to require emergency hospitalization. I remember the moment the doctor walked into the room, his eyes more serious than usual, Sam recalled. He said I needed to rest. Not for days, for weeks. Maybe months if I didn't take the advice. He sighed. His eyes looked out the window, where the hospital's trees swayed gently in the wind. It was hard to accept. I'm not a person who knows how to stop. But this time, I had to stop. The incident happened in the middle of a major project, including the promotion for the final season of Outlander, his first independent film, and a few charity trips he had planned with his beloved charity. What shocked me the most was not the fact that I was sick, Sam reflected, but the silence that lasted for so long when I was forced to be alone in this room. When you're not busy with scripts, calls, or travel, you start to hear your inner voice. And it was in those quiet moments that Sam began to confront his greatest fear, invisibility. Not the fear of being forgotten, but the worry that if he disappeared from the noisy world of entertainment, would he still be valuable? I realized I had spent my whole career pleasing others. Audiences, producers, co-stars, the media. I had forgotten why I loved acting, he says, his eyes glistening. But what touched Sam deeply during his days in the hospital was the response from his fans. Hundreds of thousands of messages, emails, letters, flowers and even drawings poured in. Some were from people who had overcome illness and were inspired by him. Others simply wrote, "Get well, Sam. The world needs you." Sam chokes up as he recounts. I used to think I was just an actor, but those words reminded me that we, influencers, have a responsibility to be more than that. I'm not just Jamie Fraser. I'm Sam, and I want to live authentically, not just to play a hero, but to be someone who can truly inspire. He also mentions a special person who calls every day, without fail, Katrina Balfe. She's not just my co-star. She's my soulmate on screen and off. Even when she can't be with me, she's always there, somehow. Sam smiles softly, his eyes sparkling with affection. Katrina sends him little recordings, a narration of a long day of filming, or an excerpt from their favorite book. She also adds some soft music, enough to help Sam fall asleep at night. It was probably in my weakest moments that I felt the power of love. Even though it didn't need to be named, Sam said quietly, his voice dropping. He promised that when he recovered, he would slow down, choose more meaningful projects, and not let himself get caught up in the endless cycle of fame. Most importantly, he wanted to use his voice to remind everyone, health is the greatest asset. Don't trade it for anything, not even your dreams. At the end of the conversation, Sam smiled. Not the dazzling smile often seen on the red carpet, but a gentle, mature, and hopeful smile. Don't worry about me, I will be back, but this time, as the real Sam Heughan, strong not just because of my body, but because I have learned to love myself, even in my most fragile moments. And we, the fans, can only continue to pray, not only for him to get well soon, but for that strong and kind heart to continue to shine in its own unique way.